Scott sort of took this series back over with Prometheus.
Yeah, Ridley Scott, who directed the original Alien,
right?
Returned to the series, yes, with Prometheus,
to see what happened to the ship that they find in the original Alien, and where this sort of prequelitis that Hollywood is constantly in these days. And Covenant technically is a sequel to Prometheus, which makes it another prequel to Alien.
Yeah.
And it sort of jumps ahead 10 years, and we see a new crew coming out, sort of led into the fray by the distress beacon at the end of the last film. And as much as this thing tries to rebrand itself as an Alien movie, and to be clear, there is a lot more Alien stuff in this than Prometheus. One big problem with Prometheus, and it's one that I think a lot of people had, was that the alien itself felt like an afterthought.
Yeah.
You know, that they were making a prequel to Alien that basically almost seemed to resent the fact that it had to include an alien.
Also, it's not a very good movie.
I think
that's another very big problem with Prometheus.
Yeah.
It looks very pretty in
yes,
points.
It's very well shot. This film has a lot more alien in it, you know. There's a kind of albino version of it, and I won't get too much into the details of it, but you get more alien action. Mm-hmm. But I still get the impression that Scott is not that interested in making an Alien movie anymore. In the same way that Guy Ritchie doesn't really want to make a King Arthur movie, Ridley Scott has now made 2 more Alien movies that feel a little bit resistant to what they are.
Well, I mean, Prometheus is, to me, they're both, with this it sort of makes sense. I'm going to give you my crazy theory, because I like this movie quite a bit more than you did.
Yeah.
To me, I now kind of think of this and Prometheus as Scott's, and mind you, I don't like Prometheus very much, but as Scott's sort of these tributes to an earlier generation of stylized horror movies. A lot of people have pointed out that Prometheus is basically Planet of the Vampires, the Mario Bava movie. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yep.
Wonderful looking, really stupid, but just absolutely gorgeous film with basically the same plot.
Yeah.
And this is sort of a Hammer horror haunted house movie. It doesn't really work like a sci-fi horror movie. It does for about the first half. And then they arrive at this abandoned extraterrestrial metropolis full of dead bodies, and Michael Fassbender's character from Prometheus is there with like a lantern leading them around these corridors, and he's kind of like he's sort of this mad scientist. There's a little bit of like Victor Frankenstein, a little bit of Hannibal Lecter to the characterization. And that's basically how it works. It's like these travelers have ended up at the mansion on the hill, you know, during a stormy night.
Yeah.
Oh, don't open the door, you know, on the upstairs. Don't mind the scraping noises in the hallway.